Dear students, welcome back to CET Model Exam discussion of the session Quantitative Aptitude. So you are almost going to write the exam, real exam. Hope you all collected the very basic information about the various numerical topics. Here also we are considering some of very important 25 questions, but the level of difficulty of these questions is comparatively easier. So here we can consider our first question. It's a quite familiar question from the topic time and distance. Here 120-meter long train takes 10 seconds to cross a man standing on the platform. That means the man is a stationary object, only train is traveling. What is speed? Usually we know that speed is nothing but distance by time. So here what's the distance? Here distance is 120 meter, and what's the time here? That is 10 seconds. So therefore this is 120 meter, this 10 seconds, therefore we can conclude this as 12 meters per second. So the answer is option 1. That's quite easier one. In some of these types of questions, you have to further convert that speed into the form of kilometer per hour. So that's only the difference. Here we can consider the second question. Christopher can do a piece of work in 20 days. Jairaj is 25% more efficient than Christopher. Then the number of days taken by Jairaj to do the same piece of work. So here we are considering two persons, Christopher and Jairaj. If we are considering the ratio of their efficiencies, so ratio of their efficiencies. So it is given that Jairaj is 25% more efficient than Christopher. That means if Christopher can do 100 units of work in a constant time, Jairaj can do 125 units. Or here, this we can simplify this as 4:5. As the ratio of efficiencies is 4:5, then the ratio of time taken by them to cover a constant piece of work, that will be in the inverse. We can write it as 5:4. So this is the ratio of time. It is given that Christopher can complete this work in 20 days. Therefore, this 5 is representing 20 days. So what you have to find out? What this 4 represents, or the number of days required for Jairaj to finish the total work, that is equal to 16 days. So that's the direct unitary approach here. As 5 represents 20, this 4 represents 16. Hence the answer is option 2. So this is one of the application of this efficiency time relationship. There are lots of fractional type of application is possible for similar type of a question. Now we can consider the third question. The sum of ages of 5 children born at the intervals of 3 years, each is 50 years. What is the age of the eldest child? So here it's a uniform interval. So it's a uniform interval in the sense the given ages are in an arithmetic progression. So we already learned that point. In an arithmetic progression, mean equal to median. So mean equal to median. So mean equal to median means, what is mean? Mean is average. What is median? Median is the middlemost observation if you are writing the observations in ascending or descending order. So therefore, here if you are considering 5 children, so here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children here. So their ages, if you are considering that in the form of an arithmetic progression, this middle value, that should be the average. So here we just consider 5 children. The total sum of ages is 50 years. Therefore, we can easily conclude what is the average age. Average age, that is 50 by 5. That is equal to 10 years. So as per this conclusion, we can write this middle person's age as 10. Directly we can reach such a conclusion. Then what we have to find out, what is the age of the eldest child? If it is 10, so then we can consider rest of the ages. It will be in 13 years difference. This is 13, this is 16. So we need to find out the age of the elder person, that's equal to 16 years. Understand that logic? Because it's an arithmetic progression. With the help of this basic understanding, we can reach the conclusion easily. Now the fourth question. Govind is 48 years old. He is twice as old as his son. How old was Prem 7 years before? So therefore, present age of Govind is 48 years. Therefore, the present age of Prem as a son here, so that is 48 by 2. So that is equal to 24 years. But we have to find out how old was Prem 7 years before. So age of Prem 7 years ago. 7 years ago. What do you have to do? You have to subtract this 7 from this value, 24. So that is equal to 17 years. The answer is 17 years. So this is one of the easiest questions from age problems. We can directly reach the conclusions here. Then the next question, the sides of a triangle 5, 12, 13 centimeter, then its area. What is the speciality of such a triangle if it is 5, 12, 13? Do you have any idea or any familiarity with those set of values? So those values are Pythagorean triplet. So if the sides are 5:12:13 in such a ratio, then the triangle is right angled. Then the triangle is right angled. So if the given triangle, it is a right angled one, then how to find out its area? If you are considering a right angled triangle, then find what its area. So here, this is 5, this is 12, this is 13. We just consider the measures like this. So what is the area of such a triangle? So here we can easily find out area of such a triangle is area. So that is half BH. So this is base, this is height. Therefore, this is half of 5 into 12. So here this is 30. And what is the unit here? That's in centimeter. Therefore, this is centimeter square. So how we can convert it into meters? So here we know that 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter. Therefore, if we need to convert it into meter squares, we have to divide it. So this is 30 by 100 square. We have to consider 100 square. So because this is centimeter square, for converting this as 30 by 100 square. So 30 by 100 square means 1 after 4 zeros here. So therefore 4 decimal places. So that means 0.003. So this will be 0.0030 meter square. We can convert it like this. So first of all, here we have to understand this is a case of Pythagorean triplet. Based on that Pythagorean triplet, we can reach the conclusion. So this is a basic ratio related question. If x is to y equal to 4:5. So can we find out the value of 3x plus y divided by 5x plus 3y? I am writing that expression in the form of a fraction. So if x is to y 4:5, if we are sure about the simplification is possible, that means if x equal to, if we are considering this x equal to, I am writing this as 4k, y equal to 5k. So similar type of questions we discussed already. So this is 3x plus y divided by 5x plus 3y. So here you just substitute the value of x here. So that is 3 into 4k and y here. So 5k divided by 5 into 4k plus 3 into 5k. Clear? So this is equal to 12 plus 5, 17k. This is 20 plus 15, 35k. Here we know that the k become eliminated. Therefore, we can conclude our answer is 17 by 35, or its ratio form is 17:35. If we are sure about that elimination of k in similar type of operations, you don't want to put k in similar type of operations. You can simply do the operation directly through the substitution. Instead of x, you just substitute 4, and y, you just substitute 5. So like that, we can proceed it further. Okay. Then the next question, 1/5 of half of a number is 20. Then 20% of that number. So 1/5 of half of a number. 1/5 of half of a number is 20. Then we have to find out 20% of that number. So you know that 20% of any number, that means 20%. 20% is nothing but 1/5. So 20% of a number means from here itself you can find that is 1/5 of x. What you have to do, you just take this 2 towards right side. Therefore, we can simplify this step as 1/5 of x equal to 20 into 2. So what it is? So therefore, 1/5 of x equal to 40. Clear? So that is the 20% of the given number. Instead of finding the number directly, we can apply this concept. Like this way, we can catch it. And the next question, the difference of two numbers is 20% of the larger number. If the smaller number is 20, then the larger number is. So difference of two numbers. So here we just consider larger and smaller. So in similar type of questions, what you can consider? You just consider the larger number as 100. You just assume like this. So the difference of two numbers is 20% of the larger number. Here the difference is 20% of this larger number. Therefore, we just consider the difference as 20. Therefore, what is this one smaller number? That is 80, that is 20 less than this value. So these are the unitary values or representing values. From there, it is given that the smaller number is 20. This 80 is representing 20. Then what this 100 represents? If 80 is representing 20, what this 100 represents? That's a simple conclusion. This is 80 by 4 will be equal to 20. Therefore, this is 100 by 4. What is the value here? 100 by 4. The answer is 25. That's a very simple assumption method. Through that simple way, we can catch the answer like this way. So consider the next question. The average age of 15 students of class is 16 years. Out of these, the average age of 5 students is 14 years and that of the other 9 students is 16 years. The age of the 15th student. Here total 15 students. Here we are considering the separate grouping of 5 students and 9 students. So that will make another 14 students. So remaining 1 student's data we have to consider. So then what we have to consider? So 15 students, their average is 16 years. So therefore their total age we can consider, that is simply 15 into 16. That is equal to the average age of 5 students. So first set of 5 students. So what is the average age here? So that is first set of 5 students it will be. Or if you are considering so that the remaining persons, it will be like this. So that is 5 students, their average age is 40 plus. And 9 students, their average age is 60. So we just do the operations like this. Then you will get the age of the 15th student. Suppose the age of the 15th student, I just explained or expressed that as x. You just do the operations here. So while we are simplifying this one, this is 15 into 16, this is 9 into 16. For the simplification of operation, I'm taking these values together. This is 15 into 16 minus 9 into 16. So how much it will become? That is 6 into 16. Minus, this is 5 into 14, 5 into 14. What is 6 into 16? That is 96. 5 into 40, which is equal to 70. So the difference is 26 here. So therefore, the age of that 15th student is 26 years. That's not in the given set of options, but the correct answer is 26 years. Then move to the next question. The angle of elevation of a tower from the distance of 100 meters from its foot is 30 degree, find the height of the tower. So this is, if you are constrained, it will be like this. If you are constrained the diagram like this, so here this is the height of the tower. Correct. And this distance is 100 meter. And this angle of elevation, so that is 30 degree. As we know, the important Pythagorean triplet or the ratios of the sides of this triangle, those are 1:2, this is √3, and this is 2. So that's a basic side ratio of the triangle with angles 30, 60, 90. The side opposite to 30 degree that represented by 1, side opposite to 60 degree that represented by √3, and the hypotenuse is represented by 2. So that's a very important ratio, Pythagorean triplet, 1:2, √3:2. If this √3 is representing 100 meter, correct? √3 is representing 100 meter. Then we have to consider what this 1 represents. That's the height. So that is simply 100 by √3 meter. So this is the height of this building, therefore tower. Therefore the answer is height is equal to 100 by √3 meter. So that is option 3. Okay, then we can move to the next question. Here, A and B travels towards each other at a speed of 50 km/h, 60 km/h, respectively. At the time of their meeting, the second train has traveled 120 km more than the first. So therefore, here we can consider the total time of travel. So how we can find out a total time of travel? This total distance of 120 km, they covered, that's a difference made in the distances they covered in total. That means the faster train, each 1 hour faster train travel for 60 km/h. Slower train travel 50 km/h. That means in each 1 hour, this faster train will cover 10 km more than the slower train. Therefore, so this is 120 by 10, that is total 12 hours is the distance, means time taken for this trip. Then we can find out what is the total distance. So what is the total distance here? This 12 hours period, this faster train is traveling at a speed of 60 km/h and slower train is traveling at a speed of 50 km/h. So this will be 60 plus 50. So therefore this is equal to 12 into 110. So what is 12 into 11? 132. So 110, put a 0 also here. So therefore this is 1320 kilometer. That's the total distance covered during this period, that is in 12 hours. Okay, then we can move to the next question. Here, a sum of money placed at compound interest doubles itself in 4 years. In how many years will it amount to 8 times? So there, a sum of money placed at compound interest, as we know the result for finding the amount, so that is P into 1 plus R by 100, the whole raised to n. So what happened? This P into 1 plus R by 100, the whole raised to n. So it in 4 years, therefore whole raised to 4. In 4 years, it doubles. Therefore, it becomes 2p. For the simplification of this operation, we just remove p from both the sides. So this is 1 plus r by 100, the whole raised to 4. So here the whole raised to 4. So that is equal to 2. What we are going to find out here? So we need to find out p into 1 plus r by 100, the whole raised to some value. So this should be 8 times. Therefore, this should be 8 times. So what's the required change occurred as per these values? As per these values, when this quantity, this coefficient of P is 8, then what is the corresponding value of n? That we have to find out. That's a relationship here. You just simply think about such a situation. If you want to make this 2 as 8, which are the types of operations are possible? Either we can multiply this value by 4, or we can add 6 to this value, or take the cube of this value. Like that, so many different methods are possible. But what's the variation occurred in this exponent? Therefore, that we are going to find out. Therefore, we have to consider exponential wise variation. So, exponential wise variation in the sense, you just take the cube of this value. At that time, here also you have to take the cube. Got it? Then we will get this left side, we can write like this. This is 1 plus r by 100, the whole raised to 4 into 3, that is 12. So, on right side, that is 8. Then put the p back, therefore this is 8p. So what's the answer? Therefore the required number of years is 12 years. In 12 years, it becomes 8 times. So there are some easy conclusions also possible, these types of operations. So how to do it if we are constrained? The operations like this. Here, in 4 years, it becomes doubles. So 4 years, it becomes 2 times. Then how it is expanding? In 8 years, that means we have to add a 4 here. So 8 years, it becomes 4 times. What do you want to do? Here we have to multiply it with the 2. And again, plus 4 here. In the case of years, you have to add the value. So in 12 years, it becomes, here we have to multiply it with the 2. So therefore that is 8 times. Like that, this pattern will expanding, or the number of years or period expanding in the form of an arithmetic progression, whilst this number of times, so that expanding in the form of a geometric progression. So this is the relationship. For this type of questions, we can answer these types of questions easily or instantly with the help of this kind of a pattern. The next question, the sides of a triangle having area. So this is area, sides of a triangle having area 7776 square centimeter, and the ratio 3:4:5, the perimeter of the triangle. So what is the speciality of this triangle? If the sides are, in a ratio, in the ratio 3:4:5, the given triangle is right angled. So triangle is right angled. So that's another very important Pythagorean triplet. So if the sides are, so therefore we are considering the sides are 3x, 4x and 5x. We are assuming the sides are 3x, 4x and 5x. So we are considering the triangle, its sides are 3x, this is 4x and this is 5x. Got it? Then we can consider what is the area here. So area of this triangle, that is half of base into height. So which is equal to 6x square. 6x square, it is given as 7776. From this we can find out the value of x. So therefore, here the next step, x square equal to the 7776 divided by 6. So what is the value here? This is 1 time of 6 lies in 7. So remaining 17 is there. So 2 times 12, then 57 is there. 9 times 54, 36 is there, 6. So here it's a quite familiar value. X square is equal to 1296. What is the value of x? So this is the square of 36. Therefore, x is equal to 36. Now we are going to find out the perimeter of this triangle. So the perimeter of a triangle is nothing but the sum of the sides. Correct? Perimeter. Perimeter is 3x plus 4x plus 5x. So here this is 12x. So here we have the value of x as 36. Just multiply it like this. This is 12 into 36. 10 times of 36 is 360. 2 times of 36 is 72. 360 plus 72, that's equal to 432 square centimeter. Correct? So therefore, this is the answer. This way we can easily catch the answer here, understand the assumptions. First of all, that assumption here, it will be 432 centimeters square. So therefore, not square, this is here. If you're considering this is a case of, in this case, if you're doing this one second. So this is only centimeter. Here this is centimeter. So this is 432 centimeter because we are dealing with, we are considering the perimeter. Therefore, the answer is option 4. Clear? So understand the concept of Pythagorean triplet. With the help of that Pythagorean triplet, we can find the answer. The next question, it's a question related to surds, but we can easily find out it. So it's a finite step of operation. So here, first we are considering 5 plus, this is 11 plus root of 19 plus, again root of 29 plus. So what is root of 49? Root of 49 is 7. So this one, root of 49, 29 plus 7, what is this value? That is 36. So therefore, if you are writing the next step, that will be equal to, this is equal to root of 5 plus root of 11 plus root of 19 plus, what is 36 its root? That is 6. So now it is 25, we can take its roots. So therefore, again, 5 plus root of 11 plus, what is this one? 19 plus 6 is equal to 25, its root is 5. Again, the step we can consider like this, 5 plus, so 11 plus 5, that is 16, its root is 4. So this is root of 9, which is equal to 3. So we can easily conclude the value here, that is 3. That's one of the easiest operation. 2 pipes can fill a tank in 15 hours, 20 hours respectively, while the third can empty in 30 hours. So here we can consider their combined efficiency. So here I am directly using the fractional approach for finding the answer of such a question. Now we all are familiar with the operations of this type of questions. Here the first pipe, it will take 15 hours to fill the tank. Therefore, the time taken, the efficiency of the first pipe, that is 150. That means if you're splitting that entire work into 15 equal portions, out of those 15 equal portions, one portion completed in 1 hour. That means 1/15 of the tank can be filled by first pipe in 1 hour. And second pipe, its efficiency is 1/20, that is 1 divided by this time. Third pipe is emptying, therefore you have to subtract that efficiency from other two combined efficiencies. Therefore, this is 1/30. So you just simplify these values here. While observing these all values, we can easily catch the LCM is 60. So therefore, 15 into 4 will be equal to 60, 20 into 3 will be equal to 60, then 30 into 2. So therefore, this is 5 by 60, or which is equal to 1/12. As we know, the total time required is the reciprocal of the total efficiency. Therefore, the total time required to fill the tank, that is the reciprocal of this value. Therefore, that is 12 hours. So we can easily catch the answer of this question through this way. So that's a direct application of fractions. Okay. The next question, it's a basic trigonometric questions. So here it is given that a plus b is equal to 90. If a plus b equal to 90 degree, what we can consider b equal to a minus 90, or 90 minus a, or a equal to 90 minus b. Like that we can consider a equal to or b equal to. So we just convert b in terms of a. B equal to 90 degree minus A. So as per this conversion, we are rearranging the values in this expression. So here, this is tan A, write as tan A itself, and this one tan B. Instead of tan B, you can write that is 90 degree minus A. So all these B values we are converting in terms of A using this substitution, plus this is tan A, then cot 90 minus A, divided by, whole divided by sin A into sec 90 minus A, minus, this is sin square 90 minus A, and denominator cos square, that is directly A. So this is the step. So what is tan 90 minus A? Tan 90 minus A is nothing but that is cot A. Clear? Tan 90 minus A is cot A. So therefore we can write the step that is tan A into cot A, plus here the next one, that is tan A into cot 90 minus A is tan A. Denominator sin A is there. What is sec 90 minus A? Sec 90 minus A, its corresponding value, that is cosec A, minus sin 90 minus A, so that is cos A. Therefore sin square 90 minus A, that is cos square A. So divided by cos square A. So these are the rearranged values. Here, tan A and cot A are reciprocal functions. Therefore tan A into cot A, we can write it as 1, because tan A into cot A, plus tan A into tan A, we can write it as tan square A. And denominator sin A into cosec A, those are reciprocal, because this cosec is nothing but 1 by sin. So therefore that is also 1. And on right side, this is cos square A by cos square A, that is also 1, the whole root. Or this is simply root of 1 plus tan square A minus 1. Or that is simply root of tan square A. So hence we can write the answer as tan A. Correct? So this is the answer here, tan A. So here, while we are considering the expressions like this, so therefore we can conclude our answer is tan A. So that's a trigonometrical relation-wise rearrangement. A house was sold for 12,600 at a profit of 5% on the cost price. What percent should have been gained in it had been sold for rupees 13,000? So that's a direct unitary approach. Here we have to consider, so this is one selling price. So here the selling price 1 is 12,600. So this is actually 105% of the actual cost price. Why we are writing like this? Because it's made a profit of 5%. In such a situation, if you are considering selling price 2, that is 13,000. So how much it will become? That's a direct unitary approach here. So this is 105 divided by this value 12,600 into 13,000. So you just do the simplification here. If you are doing further simplifications, it will be 105 into 130 divided by 126. So we can do the operations. Here we know this 130 and 126 both are divisible by 2. So therefore, if you are doing the simplifications like this, this is equal to 65. What about this one? This is equal to 62. 3 here. Then for the simplification, if you are doing the operations, these two values are divisible by 3. So therefore, when we divide these values by 3, this is equal to 3 times of 3, 90. Then 15 is there, 5 is there. So this is 21. Correct, 21. So then we have to do the simplification operations here. Okay, then further, we have to divide these values by 7. This is 5 times of 7. This is 3 times of 7. So this is simply 5 into 65. Further simplification is not possible. Here we got this is equal to 5 into 5. 25 is there. 30 plus 22, that is 32 by 3. So this is the value. So therefore, if you are simplifying this one, what you will get? This is 1, 0, 8 and 1 by 3. So we can write this step as this value. We can write it as 108 and 1 by 3% of cost price. When this value as 105% of cost price, that the profit is 5%, then if it is 108 and 1 by 3, then the percent of profit is 8 and 1 by 3. So therefore, the percentage of profit. Therefore, the percentage of profit is equal to 8 and 1 by 3%. It's not in the given options, so we can consider this as 8 and 1 by 3%. That's the correct answer here. Consider this question, the adjacent figure, angle AOC. It's a cyclic quadrilateral here. Angle AOC is 110. So here angle AOC, that is 110. So then the value of D and B, here D and B. So if this angle AOC is 110, if we are drawing another one big diagram here, so if angle AOC is 110, if you are drawing this one. Big diagram here. So if you are drawing so there's one center we can consider from here to here. So that is center. Got it. So here, this one, A, B, C, D, and this is O. This O, this angle we got, that is 110 degree. Therefore, what is this angle? So that is 360 minus 110. So first we can consider angle AOC. So that is 360 degree minus 110 degree. So what is this value? This is equal to 250. 250. So we got this angle is 250 degree. So what's the relationship between angle AOC and angle ADC? So therefore, angle AOC and angle ADC. So this angle ADC, so that's our required angle D. So that is half of angle AOC. So that's a central angle property. This angle or the arc inscribed in a, or the angle inscribed in an arc is exactly half the central angle of that arc. Therefore, this is equal to 125 degree. Got it? If you are doing the operations like this, so therefore that is 125 degree. So therefore, but this diagram is not drawn to scale. Therefore, here we can consider this angle D, that is equal to 125 degree. Similarly, we can consider it is given that this angle AOC on the opposite side. So here both the angles are angle AOCs. So this is this angle AOC, we are considering this larger angle. So again we are considering this is another angle AOC. So I'm calling this angle as angle AOC dash. So that is actually the obtuse acute angle. So therefore it is given as 110 degree. Therefore here angle ABC we are considering. Angle ABC. This angle ABC is half of angle AOC dash. So therefore that is equal to 55 degree. So we can easily catch this angle as 55 degree. So that's it. So both these angles are called AOC, middle angles. One is reflex angle, other one acute angle. Got it? But here diagram is, it's in a confusing manner because the diagram is not drawn to scale. So therefore, what will be the answer here? We got the angles. We have to find out the angle in order, angle D and angle B. Angle D, so that is 125, angle B 55. Therefore, the answer is option 4. There we are applying that central angle property. Next question. A sum of money is divided among A, B, C, D in the ratio 3, 7, 9, 13 respectively. The share of B is 9180 more than the share of A. Then what is the total amount of money A and C together have? Here A, B, C, D, it is given that. I am using the unitary method for finding the answer. Share of B is 9180 more than A. Suppose here we are considering what is B minus A. Here B is 7 and A is 3, which is 4. So this 4 is representing rupees 9180. Then we have to find out the total amount with A and C. So that is A plus C. A plus C. So here A is 3 and C is 9, which is equal to 12. We have to find out what is this value. While observing this one here, we got the idea. This 12 is nothing but 3 times of this value. Therefore, here you have to consider what is 3 times of this value. That's the easiest conclusion here. Or if we are doing this one, this is 0, 3 into 8, 24 is there. So this is 5, 2, 7, 5, 4, 0. Correct. So therefore, the answer is first option. That is 27,540. So then move to the next question. 4 bells ring at an interval of 5, 6, 8, 9 seconds. So all the bells ring simultaneously at some time. They will again ring simultaneously after. So this interval, the simultaneous occurrence interval, is nothing but the LCM of these individual intervals. So that is 5, 6, 8, and 9. So we have to find out what is the LCM of these intervals. Here, either you have to do the usual division, so like this one. While considering the set of values, there is not any common factors for all these values. First, we are taking 2. 5 we can write as 5 itself. This is 3, this is 4, and this is 9 itself. So again, divide it by 3. 5 we can write as 5 itself. This is 1. 4, there is not any division possible. This is 3 times. Further, there are not any common factors. Therefore, we can combine it together. So therefore, this is equal to 3 into 3, 9 into 4, 36 into 10, 360. Clear? So therefore, we can conclude this is 360. So what is the units here? This is seconds, 360. So 360 seconds is, if you're converting it into minutes, so therefore 360 divided by 6, so which is 60 minutes. So the answer is not 60, 6. So when we divide it by 60, divided by 60, so therefore that is 6 minutes. So the answer is option 1. Clear? Then the next question. The ratio of the salaries of A and B 8:9. If A salary is increased by 50% and B salary is reduced by 25%, the ratio becomes 16:9. What is the salary of A? What will happen in such a type of question? Here we have only comparative values. Here we are going to find out a constant value. That means, suppose if you are considering the ratio of the salaries of A and B as 8:9. Therefore, first we are considering the salary of A. So that is 8x, and salary of B, that is 9x. So A's salary is increased by 50%. Therefore, we can consider like this 150% of the salary of A, that is 8x, divided by. And B salary is reduced by 25%. Therefore, 75% of the salary of B. So which is in the ratio 16:9. 16:9. Then simplify it further. If we are simplifying this one, can we find out the value of x? While observing itself, you can catch the idea that x will become simplified. So irrespective of the value of x, this equation should satisfy. Therefore, it is not possible to find a unique value for x. It is not possible to find a unique value for x. So hence, what's the conclusion here? So answer cannot be determined because the question there is not any constant value support. Therefore, we cannot make any constant value conclusion from the given data. So therefore, answer cannot be determined. Then the next question, Vanitha bought a watch for 24% discount on the selling price. If the watch cost her rupees 779, then what is the original selling price of the watch? So when they bought a watch for 24% discount on the selling price, if the watch cost here 779, so then how we can consider this one? There is a discount of 24% on the selling price and she paid only 779. Then what is the original selling price of the watch? Therefore, here we can consider this 779. So that is 100 minus 24. 100 minus 24% of the selling price, because this discount is offered on selling price, that is 779. So what is 100 minus 24? 100 minus 24, that's equal to 76. So 76% of selling price is equal to 779. Then we can find out what is this selling price. That is 779 divided by 76 into 100. So while we are simplifying these values, while observing this one, easily we can catch this is 25 times 4. Or I am doing the simplification in the margin separately. Here, if you are doing this one, this is 779 into 100 by 76. So this is 25 times 4. What about this one? This is 19 times, right? This 19 and 776 can be simplified. So if you are doing the simplifications like this here, 4 times of 19, that is 76. Again, 19 is there, 1. Therefore, this is 41 and 25. As we know, what is 40 into 25? 40 into 25 is 1000. Therefore, 41 and 25, that's equal to 1025. So therefore, the answer is rupees 1025. A circus tent is cylindrical up to a height of 3 meters and a conical above it if its diameter is 105 meters. And the slant height of the conical part is 63 meters, then the total area of the canvas required to make the tent. So first of all, we have to understand the structure of this tent. So this is the structure. Clear? At a height of 3 meters, a circus tent cylindrical up to a height of 3 meters. That means this height is 3 meters. And a conical above it, its diameter is 105 meters. So therefore, we just consider this radius is 105 by 2 meters, because that's the radius. And slant height of the conical part is 63. Slant height means this measure, that is 63 meters. So if we need to find out what's the quantity of canvas required, that means the total surface area. Here total surface area means total surface area here. That's the curved surface area of this conical figure. So that is curved surface area of cone plus again the curved surface area of cylinder. Got it? Curved surface area of cylinder. So these two quantities we have to combine. Curved surface area of the cone and curved surface area of the cylinder we have to consider. So therefore, if you are doing this one, what is curved surface area of the cone? So that is pi r l. And what is curved surface area of the cylinder? That is 2 pi r h. So you can take this pi r as common. So pi r as common. This is L plus 2h. We can add it like this. L plus 2h. So this is 22 by 7 into r we already got, that is 105 by 2. And what about rest values? This is 63 plus 2h. 2 times of 3. h is nothing but this height, 3. So therefore, this is 22 by 7 into 105 by 2 into. What is this value? This is 63 plus 6, that is 69. So then do the simplifications here. So here again we can do the simplification, the margin. So here this is 22 by 7 into 105 by 2 into 69. So this is 11. So this one. So this is 1 time 7, then 35 is here 5 times. So just multiply these values. First, what you want to do? You just do the multiplication 69 into 50. What is 69 into 50? So we can directly multiply this one. 5 into 9. So that is equal to 45. 4 is there. 5 into 6, 30. 34 plus 9, that is 43. So last one, that is 6 plus 4, 10. That is 1035 here. So then what you have to do, just multiply it with 11. So that is 1035 into 11. So first we have to write 5, just 3 and 5, add them, 8, 0 plus 3, 3, then 1 plus 0, 1, last 1 is there. Therefore the answer is 11385. So here we can conclude that area is 11385 meter square. So this is the answer here. So look at the options. So here the answer is first option. Clear? So then our second last question. What will be the difference between the simple interest incurred on a sum of 4,500 at 12% per annum for 2 years, and that on a sum of 5,600 at 9% per annum for 2 years? So first of all, you just recall the results. What is simple interest? How to find out its simple interest is equal to PNR by 100. So here the first simple interest we can find. Here the basic or the principal amount. So that is 4,500 and 12%. How many years there? 2 years. So we have to find out this value. So if you are simplifying this one, this is 45 into 2, 90, 90 into 12. So that is 1080, rupees 1080. And the second one, so that is simple interest 2. So there the amount is 5,600 and the rate of interest is 9%. It's also for 2 years. So just multiply these values together. So while simplifying this one, here we can cancel these values together. So this is equal to 18 into 56. So 48 is there, 44 plus 6, that is 50. So this is 1,008. So these are the two interest amounts. We have to find out the difference. So difference between these two interest amounts is equal to 1,080 minus 1,008. So which is equal to rupees 72. Here the answer is rupees 72. Then we can move to our final question. The length, breadth and height of a room are in the ratio 3:2:1. So here we just consider length, breadth and height. So these are in the ratio 3:2:1. We have the right to take any suitable equivalent ratio values as these quantity or the measurements. And for the convenience, I am taking the quantities are 30, 20, and 10 instead of this 3, 2, and 1. So we have to find out the area of the 4 walls of the room. Suppose if you are considering a room in a cubical form, so here we just consider the measures here. So therefore this is length, so this is breadth, this is height. So this side, this face, its measure is nothing but that is equal to this length into breadth. And this face, that is equal to, so here the first one, that is length into height. And this one, breadth into height. So therefore, if you need to find out the area of 4 walls, so length into height, it's opposite, there is another one such side. Here opposite also another one side. Therefore, the required area, so the area of 4 walls, that is 2 times of LH plus BH. Or we can write it as 2 times of H into L plus B. Got it? So that's the result. So then we can consider this one. 2 times of H into L plus B. Here 2 times of H into L plus B. That simply we can find out. So here L plus B, that is 50. So 50, it's 2 times. So the 2 times of H means 20. 50 into 20, so that's equal to 1000. So this is the area, required area. If these all values are in centimeters, this will be in centimeter square. If these all values are in meters, this is meter squares. That's it. Then we are considering the changes. If the breadth and height are halved, so breadth and height, so it's halved. So here it's halved, that means it becomes 10, and height, so that also halved, so then it becomes 5, while the length doubled, so length doubled, so therefore this is 60. Again we are considering what's the relationship here. This is equal to 60 plus 10, that is 70, 70 into 20. So if you're considering these values, so here the length, breadth and height, 3:2:1. If the breadth and height are halved, so here if you're taking the values, so it's exactly half values will be like this. So here if you're doing the operations, so here this will be 60 plus 10, so that's equal to 70 and doubled. Then the total area for walls of the room will be, that we are going to find out. So this is 70 into 10. So 70 into 10, what it will become? 700. So this is 700. So what's the change occurred here? Here, this 1000, it becomes 700. This 1000, it becomes 700 means there is a decrease of 300 units. So this 300 is what percentage of 1000? You just simply think about the cancellation of these last 2 digits. So this 100, it's reduced by 30. That means there is a decrease of 30%. So we can consider this is 30% decrease. So what is the net variation occurred in the area of 4 walls together? That is, there is a decrease of 30%. So this is the assumption method. You can substitute the values instead of the ratios. So like that we can get the answer. So these are the selected 25 questions. Most of the questions are easier type of questions, not much complicated thing. Even though there are some tricky approaching styles, I'll explain with most of the questions. So you can learn these methods and try to replicate at the time of real exams. Right now we can wind up. Thank you.
Here is the first set of questions. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and J are the 9 houses. And C, the house C is 2 kilometers east of B. A is 1 kilometers north of B. And H is 2 kilometers south of A. And G is 1 kilometers west of H, while D is 3 kilometers east of G. And F is 2 kilometers north of G. And J is situated just in the middle of B and C, while E is just in the middle of H and D. So let's take a look at the arrangement. This is pretty much the arrangement of houses in a plot or in an area. Well, actually it is not a plot because it's 2 kilometers of distance, so pretty much in an area. So let's take a look at that. C is 2 kilometers east of B. So C is 2 kilometers east of B. So let's say C is here. That is 2 kilometers east of B. So the B is here. So C is 2 kilometers east of B. A is 1 kilometers north of B. A is 1 kilometers north of A, 1 kilometer north of B. So A is here. And H is 2 kilometers south of A. H is 2 kilometers south of A. So 1 kilometer south, 2 kilometers south of. So H is here. And G is 1 kilometers west of H. G is 1 kilometers west of H. So G is here. While D is 3 kilometers east of G. D is 3 kilometers. 1, 2, 3. So D is 3 kilometers east of G. And F is 2 kilometers north of G. F is 2 kilometers north of G. F is here. So that is what it is. And J is situated just in the middle of B and C. So, well, B is here, C is here, J is exactly in the middle. So this is what we have, the arrangement of houses. Now we take a look at the questions. Well, J is situated just in the middle of B and C, while E is just in the middle of H and D. So H and D, so which is E is just in the middle. So E must be here. And these distances, this is 1 kilometer, this is 1 kilometer, 1, 1, and this distance is 2 kilometers. That's how it is. Distance between E and G. So distance between E and G, well, E is here and G is here. So distance between E and G, it's what, 2 kilometers. You may mark the kilometers in between as well, so that is easy to deal with this kind of questions. Okay, so that is what it is. Question number 26. Question number 27, distance between A and F. So look at A and F. A here, F here. So distance between A and F is just 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer. Next question, distance between E and J. Between E and J. This is the diagram. Between E and J. That's exact 1 kilometer between E and J. Now next question, this is a different question. We'll take a look at that question as well. K is the grandson of E, and E who is not the mother of P. So let's draw the diagram first, tree diagram. So this seems like a blood relation question. So K is the grandson of E. So K is here. The grandson of E. So K is the grandson. So K is a male. That's a grandson of E. So E is here. So E has a son or daughter. That person's son is K. So K is the grandson of E, and E who is not the mother of P. E is not the mother of P. And W is the wife of P. W is the wife of P. W is the wife of P. We have no idea who is P. So W is the wife of P. That seems like P is a male. And P who is the father of K. P is the father of K. Okay, so P is here. P is the father. P is the father of K means either P is the son of E or P could be the son-in-law of E. So anyway, P is here. And P is a male. Of course, we know that P is a male. P is the father of K. So ultimately, W and P are the parents of K. Either W is the daughter of E or P is the son of E. That is how the K became the grandson of E. Then C is the mother of S, who is the brother of P. So S is the brother of P. S is the brother. And C is the mother of S. C must be the mother of S. So C is the mother. So that means that's the mother of P as well. And E is the husband of C. E must be the husband of C. So C is a female, E is the husband. So here we have E. E is the husband and C is the wife. C is the female. And E and C, they have two children, P and S. And C is the mother of P and S. Then E must be the father of C and S. He must be the father of C and S. P and S. So that means P must be the son of the C and E. P must be the son. And the son's son is grandson. And W is the wife. W is the wife of P. And where is S? S must be the brother of P. At the same time, there is a condition. K is the grandson of E and E who is not the mother of P. Look at that. E is not the mother of P. That's correct. E is the father of P. E is not the mother of P. So this is the arrangement what we have. Now, how is E related to S? From the point of view of S, who is E? From the point of view of S, E is what? E is the father, right? So because P and S are siblings, so E is the father. Number 30. How is K related to C? So from C's point of view, who is K? C is here. C's point of view, who is K? Of course, that's a grandson. Definitely. So that's a grandson. Now question 31 to 38. So this is symbols and notation type questions. In a certain code language, it's plus means minus, multiplication means division, minus means multiplication, division means addition. So if that is the case, what is the answer? You get it from here. So let's try that. What kind of an answer? So 42 into 7. So multiplication means division. 42 divided by 7 minus 5. So minus means multiplication. Then plus. Plus means what? Plus means minus. Minus 6. Then what? Divided by. Divided by means what? Plus. 36. Then multiplication. Multiplication means what? Division. 18. So you apply BODMAS. What is BODMAS? BODMAS. I think we have mentioned. I have mentioned that earlier. So if you have an operation, mathematical operation, if you have a bracket, you have to go for bracket first. Then order of, that means to the power of. Here we don't have a power situation. That means 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 4, 2 raised to 5, etc. We don't have power. Then division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. So we don't have first to bracket and order of, we don't have. Now what we have is division. So division must be done first. Here we have division as well. So division must be done first. 42 by 7, that's 6. 6 into 5 minus 6 plus 36 by 18. So the best way to deal with this question, if you have a division, put it in the bracket. Then solve that part, then you can go for the other part. So this is 42 by 7, we have 6. Then we have into 5. Then minus 6 plus 36 by 18, that's 2. So when you solve it, 6 into 5. Next is after division, multiplication. 6 into 5 is 30. So 30 minus 6 plus 2. That is 26. The answer is what? 26. It is pretty much, symbol operation of using mathematical symbols. So only thing you need to do that operation, this thing what you have done in the school level, right? Maybe in the high school or like even before high school, you must have, I'm pretty sure you must have done this many times. Now question number 32. Question number 32, similar type of question. The numbers are different. So let's try this. 158 plus. Plus means what? Plus means minus. 158 minus 8 into means divided by 2, then minus. Minus means multiplication into 7, then division means plus. Plus 316, then we have plus means what? Minus 7, multiplication means division 28, then minus means multiplication 364. So let's go for division first. 8 divided by 2, 7 divided by 28. So 158 minus 8 by 2 is 4 into 7 plus 316 minus 7 by 28, that is 1 by 4. 1 by 4 into 364. So this is what we have. Now 158 minus 4 into 7, 28, plus 316 minus 364 divided by 4. So 36, how many times 4? 9. So 91. 91 times 4. 9 into 4, 36, right? So 91. So what do you get? Resultant is 91. So 158 minus 28, 130. So you get 130 from here. 130 plus 316 minus 91. So the answer choice is what we have here is 230, 312, 355, etc. Here, what you get? 316 minus 91. 316 minus 100 is 216. So 216 plus 9 must be added back. So that means 225. 225 plus 130, that is 355. The answer is 355. 316 minus 91, that is 225. 225 plus 130, that is 355. Now 31 to 38, questions 31 to 38. So similar type of questions. Here we have a bracket given, so we have to solve what is inside the bracket. At the same time, you have to change the symbols as well. So let's try that. 39, multiplication means division. 39 divided by 3 minus. Minus means, this is what minus means, multiplication. 14, then we have division. Division means what? Plus. 144, then we have multiplication, that means division. 9 minus 8, 9 minus is what? Minus is multiplication, 9 into 8. So bracket first. So we have to BODMAS. Bracket first. So let's solve what is inside the bracket. Inside bracket you have to apply BODMAS. So inside bracket, division first. 39 by 3, so that is 13. 13 into 14, how much is that? 13 into 14. We'll do it in one step. 13 into 14, 13 into 13 is 169. 13 into 14, 169 plus one more 13, so 182. Plus 144 divided by, how much is that? 9 into 8, 72. 144 divided by 72, how much is that? It must be 2. 144 by 72, 2. 182 plus 2, 184. So the answer right there, 184. So this is 182 plus 144 by 2. 144 by 72, what do you get? 2. So 184. Right, next one. 34, question number 34. A farmer was asked how many fruits he had on his trees in the farm. He replied, there were all mangoes but 20. All mangoes but 20. That means 20 of them are not mangoes. All guavas but 20. All of them are guavas but 20. But that means 20 are not guavas. And all rambutan but 20. That means all of them are rambutan but 20 of them are not rambutan. Altogether, how many fruits he had? So he talked about 3 fruits: mango, guavas, and rambutan. So the first part, there are all mangoes but 20. If all mangoes but 20 means there are fruits other than mangoes, 20 of them other than mangoes. Which are the fruits other than mangoes? It is guavas and rambutans together, it's 20. All mangoes but 20 means there are 20 fruits which are not mangoes. Which are they? This could be guavas and rambutans together, 20. We have no idea how many guavas, how many rambutans. Altogether it's 20. It could be 0 guava, 20 rambutans, or it could be 2 guavas, 18 rambutans, or it could be 10 and 10. We have no idea. Now next part, he says all guavas but 20. That means all of them are guavas, but 20 of them are not guavas. So if 20 of them are not guavas, they are what? They are either mangoes or rambutans. How many? 20 of them. And the last part, all rambutans but 20. Well, all of them are rambutans, but 20 of them are not rambutans. So mango and guavas, they are the 20. Now, add it up. When you add it up, what you get? 2 M's, 2 G's, and 2 R's. 2 into G plus M plus R. That together is what? 60. So ultimately, G plus M plus R, what you get is 30. 60 by 2, we get 30. So the question altogether, how many fruits he had? Well, guavas, mangoes, rambutans altogether, what he has is 30. So that's the answer. This question can be asked in different ways with like, the numbers may be different. Or sometimes instead of that 2 fruits, they may give 3 fruits. Like, yeah, actually in this case, we have total 3 fruits is given. Instead of that, sometimes it would be 4 fruits. That means in each equation, you may have 3 fruits. Instead of fruits, they may use sometimes fishes, sometimes like animals. Any of those things may appear here, but logic is exactly same. Number 35. 440, 483, 528, 575. What are they? Actually, it's a number series. So what are these numbers? 440, 483, 528, 575. Well, at a glance, what I see here, 528, what I know is 529, 23 square minus 1. If it is 23 square minus 1, is it like 22 square? What is 20 square? 20 square is 400. What is 21 square? 21 square is 441. So this is 21 square minus 1, 440. Then 22 square. 22 square is 484. 22 square minus 1. That is 483. Then 575. So 21, 22, 23. This is 24 square. 24 square is 576. So this is 576 minus 1 is 575. Next, our answer must be a simple one, 25 square. Everybody knows what is 25 square. So 25 square minus 1. So 624 would be the answer. 624. Now next one, number 36. CFKRA 3, 6, 11, 18, and A could be 1 at the same time. It goes in the descending order, so we can use the next possible value of A. So 27. So the answer, what we have is 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 7 is 18. 18 plus 9 is 27. So 3, 5, 7, 9. Next one must be 11. 27 plus 11. What is that? 27 plus 11, 27 plus 10, 37, 38. So which is 38th letter? 38th letter, 26 plus 12 is 38. So 38th letter is 12th letter, that's L. So we have L here. Okay, let's try the next one. Number 37. This is analogy question, number analogy. 100 and 225. 100 is what? 10 square. Everybody knows 100 is what? 10 square. 100 and 225, 15 square. So you can take either difference or you can take square pattern, doesn't matter. So 100 and 225, what is the difference? 125 is the difference. 625 plus 125 is the difference. Well, 750 would be the answer in that case. We don't have the answer 750. Next possibility, 10 square and 15 square. This one is what? 25 square, 10 and 15. So 10 plus 5 is 15. So 25 and 30, 30 square. 30 square is a good answer. So 30 square, what we have here? Yes, 30 square, 900. Well, 750 is the correct answer as well. If you take the difference, 100 and 125, 100 and 225, when you take difference, 125. So 625 plus 125, 625 plus 100, 725. Plus 25, 750. So 750 is the answer. Number 38. Which letter is 5 places to the left of the letter, which is 8 places to the right of the letter K? So which letter is 5 places to the left of the letter? 5 places to the left. So if it is left, we take it as minus. 5 places to the left of the letter, which is 8 places to the right. 8 places to the right. So minus 8 plus 5 plus 3. Of what? Of the letter K. K is 11. 11 plus 3 is what? 14. So 14 the letter N. So the answer is what? N. So none of this. The answer must be none of this. 5 places to the left. That's minus 5. 8 places to the right. That is plus 8. Now 39. Gynophobia, that's a phobia towards women or woman. Ophidiophobia, that's a phobia towards what? Snake, owl, night, ghost. What do you think? So phobias, do you remember the phobias? Here what it is given, snake. What is the phobia towards the snake? What kind of phobia it is? Owl, what's the phobia towards owl? We heard of ornithophobia. Ornithophobia, that's a phobia for birds. Ornithophobia. I'm not sure whether we have a specific phobia towards owl. Then night. What's a phobia towards night? Night or darkness, it's called nyctophobia. Nyctophobia. And ghost, what's a phobia towards ghost? Is there a phobia? I'm pretty sure many of you have such a phobia. Even I had that phobia when I was a child, the phobia towards the ghost. So that is called phasmophobia. Phasmophobia. So ultimately, what is the answer? Ophidiophobia is the phobia of snake. So snake is the answer. Do you remember the other phobias we have discussed? What is lalophobia? Lalo. What is demophobia? Demo. What is gerophobia? Gerophobia. What is claustrophobia? I'm pretty sure many of you remember this. Claustrophobia. Claustro. So lalo is the phobia towards speech, making speech in front of the other people. Lalophobia. Demo, that's a phobia for crowd. And gerophobia, that's the phobia for old age. And claustrophobia, closed space. Acrophobia, height. Now, second one, 40. Etymology is the origin of words. So, paleontology is what? Etymology, that's the origin of words. So, etymology is the study of origin of words. And paleontology is the study of what? Any idea? Anybody? I'm pretty sure you have heard of this paleontology many times in your school days. Many other ologies are there. Petrology, cryptology, zoology, botany, numerology, all those ologies. These are all studies of something. Numerology. Numerology is the study of what? Zoology. Zoology is the study of what? And petrology. Petrology, I think we have mentioned that earlier. Petrology. Study of what? Then we have etymology. Well, this is what? Etymology we have taken here. Entomology. Something similar to that. Entomology. entomology. What is entomology? Toxicology. Then we have pathology. Cardiology, everybody knows what is cardiology, right? Nephrology, what is nephrology? What is neurology? Oh, these are pretty much numerology is numbers. And zoology is study of animals. Petrology, study of rocks. And entomology, study of insects. Toxicology, study of toxins or poisons, toxin. Pathology is study of diseases. And nephrology is study of what? Kidney related ailments. Kidney related. And what is neurology? Neurology, study of neurons, right? What is that neuron? Neurology. Find out what exactly it is. And many other ologies are there, so you have to be aware of the most important ones, not all of them. So here paleontology. Paleontology is the study of what? Fossils. I'm pretty sure you have heard that many times in school. Paleontology. Paleontologist. Archaeology. Archaeology is what? Archaeology is the study of ancient artifacts. Anything which is ancient, anything artifacts, that's called archaeology. Now 42. MIG, O2F, Q6E, S42D. This is actually pretty much a mix of letters and numbers. MIG, M1G. Actually, this is 1, not I. M1G, O2F, Q6E, S24D. So M, this is what we do here. Connect the first letters. M, O, Q, S and what? M is 13, Q, O is 15, Q is 17, S is 19. So 13 plus 2, 15, 17, 19, 21. So U. The first letter of the answer must be U. So we have two answer choices starting from U. Now, second letter G, F. So G is what? 7. Let's go for a different color. So that's easy for us to highlight or easy for us to identify. 7, this is 6, this is 5, this is 4, and naturally this one must be 3. So C. Now, what's the number in the middle? So here we have M1G, then O2F. So 1, 2, and this is 6, this is 24. So at a glance, you can see that 1 into 2 is 2, 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 4 is 24, 24 into 5, that's 120. So U120C would be the best answer. This is what? 120C. So that is pretty much that's pretty much the way we deal with this kind of questions, especially this alpha numeric questions. Alpha, alphabet, and numerals. Number 43. Find the next number in the series: 101, 145, 197, 257, 325, 401. So what kind of pattern it is? 101, at a glance we can see that 10 square plus 1. How about 145? 12 square plus 1. 197 is 14 square, 196 plus 1. So 257, 16 square, 256 plus 1. And 325 is 18 square plus 1. Okay, so this is pretty much the squares of even numbers starting from 10. and their squares. So this is 20 square plus 1. 20 square is 400 plus 1. So 22 square plus 1. 22 square is 484 plus 1 is 485. So the answer is 485. See, that's an interesting question. So a person who is the wife of my daughter's brother. Well, my daughter's brother, who is that? My son. And the wife of my son, who is it? That's my daughter-in-law. So the answer is what? Daughter-in-law. Simple question. Number 45. When a watch shows 10:45, the minute hand points towards east. Well, a watch shows 10:45. Look at this, the watch. We will just look at the watch, dial of the watch. 10:45. 10:45 means the hour hand would be somewhere here and the minute hand would be somewhere here. Minute hand would be exactly at 9 and that points towards what? West. This is west direction. This is north, this is south, this is east. So that's 10:45. So at 10:45, what it says, the minute hand points towards east. The minute hand now it's pointing towards west. Now the minute hand is points towards east. That means we have to rotate the clock. Rotate the clock. This hand goes here, the east. So if that is the case, then which direction does the hour hand point? Think about it. If you rotate the clock clockwise this way, 180 degree rotation, when you look at the minute hand, it goes that 180 degree clockwise. And the hour hand goes 180 degree clockwise as well. So that hour hand points towards this direction. A minute hand points towards east, our hand would be pointing towards this direction. What is that direction? Southeast, right? So southeast would be the direction. So that's our hand. But what is the question here? Then which direction does the hour hand point when the watch shows 3 o'clock? So we rotated this clock and the clock would be in a different position. I'll just, draw the diagram here. We have rotated here. So that case, well, the 9 is here. It doesn't mean that we have the minute hand here. So 9 is here. When you rotated the clock, 9 is here. So where is that 12? 12 was here. When you rotated, that 12 must be somewhere. Where is that 12? 12 must be, if 9 is here, 12 must be here, right? So 12 is here. And the 3 is supposed to be here. Where is that 3 must have gone? 3 must have reached here. And what is this? 6 must be here. So this is after rotation. So this is what they say, the question. Then which direction does the hour hand point when the watch shows 3 o'clock? If the watch is positioned in this way, and well, which direction the hour hand point at what? 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, you know what? The hour hand must be pointed towards 3. This is what 3 o'clock is. So which direction the hour hand point? So which is that direction? It must be west. So the answer is what? West. So we got it. Number 46. 3375 is to 2744. Then 729 is what? So what is the connection there? 3375, what is that? What is 729? 729, we know that it is 27 square. At the same time, it is 9 cube as well. Now look at this side. Is it a square of any number or a cube of any number? If you know that number, then it is easy for you to get the answer. Or you may take the difference as well, 3375 and 2744. If you take the difference between those two numbers and you apply the same difference over here, you may get an answer as well. So what is 3375? 3375, what I know, that's 15 cube. And 2744, what is that? Is there a cube there? Is it like 14 cube? Or is it like 12 cube? 12 cube, everybody knows it is 1728. If you are not sure about it, make sure you know the cubes of numbers, at least up to 20. So 12 cube, what is 13 cube? 13 cube is If you are not sure about what is 13 cube, you can find out 13 cube. Mental calculation. How do you find it? 13 cube is 13 square into 13. 13 square is what? 169. 169 into 13. What's the best way to multiply it? Mental calculation. Well, take that 169, take it as 170. 170 into 13. So first part we take 170. 170 into 13. The best way to multiply 170 into 10 first. 170 into 10, 1700, right? Or 1700. So we got 170 into 10, 1700. Balance is what? 170 into 3. 17 into 3 is 51. So 170 into 3, 510. So 1700 plus 510, it is 2210. So 170 into 13 is 2210. However, what we need is 169 into 13. 169, 170 difference is 1. So 1 into 13 must be subtracted from the final answer. The final answer 2210, what we got, what is it? 170 into 13, 2210, 2210 minus 13. 2210 minus 10, 2200, 2200. We subtracted 10. What we need to subtract is 13. So we need to subtract 3 more. So 2200 minus 3, 2197. So 13 cube is 2197. Well, what we have here is 2744. 2744, it is not 12 cube, it's not 13 cube. But this number is more than 2197. It's more than 13 cube. So naturally what we are looking for is 14 cube. But is it 14 cube? Are we sure about it? If you are not sure about it, just multiply it. Mental calculation. How do we do it? 14 square, 196 into 14. 196 you take it as 200. 196 you take it as 200. So for your convenience, I just write it over here. 196 into 14. 196 is what? 14 square. So 196 you take it as 200. 200 into 14. What is that? 200 into 14. Well, 200 into 14 is pretty simple. 2800. 2800. So what we got over there, 200 into 14 is 2800. But we don't need to multiply 200 with 14. What we need is 196. 200 and 196, the difference is 4. So 4 into 14 must be subtracted from 2800. So 14 into 4 is how much? 14 into 2 is 28. So 14 into 4 is 56. 2800 minus 56. Well, 2800 minus 50, 2750. Now we need to subtract a 6. So 2750 minus 6, 2744. Yes, that is what here. So that is pretty much what? 14 cube. So this is 14 cube. So this is what? 15 cube and 14 cube. If you figure out what exactly they are, then now it's easy for you to get the answer. 15 cube and 14 cube. So this right hand side 9 cube and it must be 8 cube. 8 cube is pretty simple. Well, if you are still not sure about what is 8 cube, 8 square into 8. 8 square is what? 8 square is 64. 64 into 8. 64 into 8 is what? 60 into 8 plus 4 into 8. 60 into 8? 480. 480. Plus balance is what? 4 into 8, 32. 480 plus 32? 480 plus 20 is 500. So from 32 we have taken 20. Balance is what? 12. So 512. So the answer is 512 right here. So it is a good exercise to find out the squares and cubes of numbers. Especially now we are dealing with the cubes. We got what? 12 cube, 13 cube, 14 cube is 2744. 15 cube, that is 3375. How about 16 cube? Is it possible or is it easy to get 16 cube? Anybody know? Anybody knows what is 16 cube? If you are not sure about it, just multiply it. How do we do it? 16 square into 16. What is 16 square? 16 square is what? 256. 256 into 16. I just write it over just for your convenience. When you do the mental calculation, there is no need to write. It is just for you to just an idea how do we do that mental calculation? So 256 into 16. So 256 into 16, how do we multiply that? Either you take it as 256 into 10 plus 256 into 6. 256 into 10 is pretty easy, but 256 into 6 may not be that easy. That multiplication, especially mental calculation. If you have a calculator, that's easy. But in competitive exam, you are not allowed to have a calculator. So I take it this way. Mental calculation, 250 plus 6 into 16. So 250 plus 6 into 16. We know that 250 plus 250 is 500, or 250 into 4 is 1000. So that's a round figure. 1000 is a round figure. It's pretty easy for us to deal with this round figures. So 250 into 4 is 1000. Actually, you know what this is? We need to multiply that with 16. 16 is what? 4 into 4. So 250 into 4, that is 1000. And that 1000 must be multiplied by another 4. So that is 4000. So 250 into 16 means it is 4000. Now balance is what? 6 into 16. Well, 16 into 5 is 80. 16 into 6 is 96. So 4096. Yes, that is the answer. 4096. What is it? 16 cube. Now try the same method for 17 cube. 17 cube. Do it today itself. 17 cube. 17 square. That's 289. 289 into 17. Then 18 cube. 18 cube is 18 square into 18. So 18 square is 324. 324 into 18. Then 19 cube. 361. 19 square, 361. 361 into 19. So try those. Do the mental calculation as much as possible. Now next question. Number 47. A rectangle is partitioned into a number of pieces. Find the total number of rectangles, including small and large, in the given figure. Well, you know what? The rectangle is missing here. Okay, so we'll find the rectangle, or we'll draw a rectangle. That's the best way to deal with this question. Okay, so this rectangle is partitioned into 4 pieces. So if it is partitioned into 4 pieces, the question is find the total number of rectangles here. So we have rectangle, 1 rectangle here, 2, 3, 4 rectangles, and all these pieces together, what do you get? Another rectangle. So the answer is 5, right? Is it correct? Well, what the question says? Find the total number of rectangles, including small and large. So you can consider all the possible rectangles here. So if I take one piece at a time, so I just mark it as R1. That means one rectangle at a time. So if I take 1 alone, that's one rectangle. 2 alone, that's a rectangle. 3 alone, that's a rectangle. 4 alone, that's a rectangle. So if I take one piece at a time, I have 4 rectangles. Now I take 2 pieces together. That's indicated by R2. That means any of these 2 pieces. So that means 1 and 2 together. Yes, that's a rectangle. 2 and 3 together, that's a rectangle. And 3 and 4 together, that's a rectangle. So 1 and 2 together, rectangle. 2 and 3 together, rectangle. And 3 and 4 together, rectangle. So we have 3 rectangles. Now I take 3 pieces together, any 3 pieces together. That means 1, 2 and 3 together, that's a rectangle. Even if it is a square, no need to worry about it, because square is a special type of rectangle. So even if you take 3 pieces, if it seems like a square, no need to worry about it. We'll take it as a rectangle. So 1, 2, 3, 3 pieces together, that's a rectangle. Then 2, 3, 4, that 3 pieces together, we have another rectangle. So we have 2 of them. Now we take all the 4 pieces together, 1, 2, 3 and 4 together, you get another rectangle. So 4 pieces together, one more rectangle. So ultimately, how many we have? 10. 10 rectangles are there. I'm pretty sure many of you got that answer in the beginning itself, but some of you got the answer 5 in the beginning. Now it's time for you to change the answer to 10. Okay, so we'll take a similar question here, slightly different. Look, I'm just trying to partition this rectangle into smaller pieces. Look at the number of pieces we have. So the question is, how many rectangles are there altogether? How many pieces are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. If it is 6 pieces, altogether how many rectangles? We need to do that counting, what we have done earlier. Is it required, or is it possible to get the answer in a shortcut method? So if you go for counting, there's nothing wrong with doing that counting, but it's time consuming. So if you take 1 piece at a time, you have 6 rectangles. If you take 2 pieces at a time, that means like 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 5, 5 and 6. There are 5 pieces. That means 5 rectangles. Then if you take 3 pieces at a time, so 3 pieces at a time, 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. Then 2, 3, 4. Then 3, 4, 5. Then 4, 5, 6. So 4 of them. And R4, 4 pieces together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 3 of them. And R5, that means 5 pieces together. 5 pieces together, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one rectangle. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another rectangle. So we have 2 of them. Now all the 6 pieces together, we have 1. You notice this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the sum of the first n natural numbers, or first 6 natural numbers. If it's the first 6 natural numbers, we know the formula. N into n plus 1 by 2. So apply that. N into n plus 1 by 2. You get the answer. So what is n here? N is the number of pieces here. How many pieces? 6. So 6 into 7 by 2. 6 into 7 by 2, 21 pieces. So that is what you get it from here. 11, 15, 15, 20, 21. And previous question, you apply the formula. How many pieces were there? 4 pieces, right? So 4 into 5. So 4 is, n is equal to 4. 4 into 5, n plus 1. n plus 1 is 5. 4 into 5 by 2, 10. That was the answer we got for the previous question, 10. So it is possible to apply that shortcut method if the question is exactly similar to what we have seen here. Alright, find the total number of square shapes in the given figure. So where is the given figure? Okay, so let's make that figure. The given figure is missing. So this is a square. We partition that into a number of smaller squares. So look at what's going on here. So this is what the figure. So find the total number of square shapes in the given figure. This is what it is given to us. Find the total number of squares here. So each one is a square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 into 5, 25 smaller squares are there. Then we have a large square. 25 plus 1, 26. Well, we have the answer is 28. We have 36, 55, 43. What's going to be the answer? Which is going to be the answer? Before we play with this one, how about we take a look at a little more smaller one? At least that will give us an idea how to deal with this kind of question. So let's go for a smaller one here. Let me take it a 3 by 3. So this is relatively smaller than what we have given here. So how many squares are here? How many squares? Is it possible to count it? Well, counting possible, but time consuming. So if you take the squares like each square independent, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So square, we take it as, mark it as one piece at a time, one square at a time. How many are there? 9. Now if you take two squares, any of the small squares, any of these two small squares, 1 and 2 together, 1 and 2 together, it is not a square, that's a rectangle. Then if you take 1 and 4, again it's a rectangle. If you take 1 and 5, that's a rectangle. So two squares if you take, it doesn't work. Then if you take any of 3, 1, 2, 3 together, if you take, it's not a square, it's a rectangle. If you take 1, 2, like 1, 2 and 4, three pieces, that is not a square at all. So 3 pieces together, it doesn't work. Now 4 pieces together, any 4 pieces together. Which are the 4 pieces together? 1, 2, 4, 5. These 4 pieces together, that's a square. Let me draw with another color. So this one. This is a square. At the same time, we have 2, 3, 5, 6. That's another square. 2, 3, 5, 6. Let's use another color for that. This is what it is. 2, 3, 5, 6. Though that's a second square. 4 pieces together. Then you have 4, 5, 7, 8. That's another square. Then 5, 6, 8, 9. That's another square. So how many squares we have? 4 of them. So 4 pieces together, 4 of them. Now if you take 5 pieces together, any 5 pieces together, do we have a square? No. 6 pieces together. Well, if you take that 6 pieces together, that's a rectangle. That's not a square. Now 7 pieces together, any 7 pieces, any of the 7 pieces together, that's not a square. 8 pieces together, no. 9 pieces. Next possibility is 9 pieces together. S9. That means, S9 means all the 9 pieces together. How many we have? 1. So this is a 3 by 3 grid. So 3 rows and 3 columns. What you got? The answer is 14. 9 plus 1, 10 plus 4, 14. What's the peculiarity of this thing? See that this is 1, this is 4, this is 9. So you take it as 9 as 3 square, 4 as 2 square, and 1 as 1 square. So it's pretty much 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. See that? 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. Is it applicable here? What kind of a grid it is? This is 3 by 3, this is 5 by 5. So 5 rows and 5 columns. If that method is applicable here, if it is 3 by 3, we count it from 1 square, 2 square up to 3 square. If it is 5 into 5, if you use the same method here, what would be the answer? It must be 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square plus 4 square plus 5 square. We can just verify just one of it, then you get a feel of it. Alright, so here what we have taken one piece at a time. So that is what we have taken S1 there, right? We got 9. That is 3 square. Here we have 25 pieces. If you take one piece at a time, how many you get? S1 is 25. So the first part, what we have, 5 square, that is 25. So now, next thing what we take, it is 4 pieces together. If you take 4 pieces together, in this case, if you take any 4 pieces together, we have many possibilities are there. So when you count it, what you get is 60. So you don't need to count it, but you get the answer. So it is 5 square plus 4 square plus 3 square plus 2 square plus 1 square. So when you add 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 9 is 14, 14 plus 16 is 30, 30 plus 25, 55. So how many squares are here? 55 squares are here. The answer, 55. So that is what it is. So any type of squares, like any size, if it is equal number of rows and equal number of columns with the same shape of squares inside, then you know what, definitely you can apply this method. So let's say if you get like a 9 by 9 figure or like 8 by 8. So if it is 8 by 8, what is the answer? 1 square, 2 square, 3 square up to 8 square. Add it up, you get the answer. Alright, so now find the number of triangles in the figure. Okay, what was that figure? Let's use this triangle and find out the number of triangles in this figure. So this is a triangle is partitioned into number of pieces. How many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. How many triangles are here? How many triangles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In this case, counting is time consuming. So if you take one triangle at a time, one piece at a time, we have 8 of them. If you take 2 pieces at a time, so 1 and 2 together, 2 and 3 together, 3 and 4 together, 4 and 5 together, these are all triangles. So we get 7 of them. So 2 pieces together. Then 3 pieces together. Any 3 pieces together, like 1, 2, 3 together, that's a triangle. 2, 3, 4 together, that's a triangle. 3, 4, 5 together, that's a triangle. So you get 6 of them. So ultimately, if you get 4 pieces together, you get 5 of them. So if you go like this, finally, if you take all the 8 pieces, you get 1. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. The sum of the first 8 natural numbers, that is n into n plus 1 by 2. Yeah, that is what we have done for rectangle. Similar method. So what you get? N is equal to 8. N into n plus 1 by 2. N is equal to what? 8. So that is 8 into 9 by 2. That is 36. So the answer is what? 36 triangles are here. 36 triangles. So the answer is what? None of this. So that is what we have for the day. I think, yeah, one more question. Find the number of triangles in the figure. Well, triangle is not there, so we'll try this. question, how many triangles are here? How many triangles? Look at this, how many triangles? If you try to count, you may see a triangle here, you may see another triangle here. Triangle, triangle, so 4 triangles. That is not the end of the story. Then you have triangles here as well, 1, 2. So 4 plus 4, 8 triangles. Is there any more triangles? Well, these two pieces together, see that, that's a triangle. And here we have these 2 pieces together, that's a triangle. At the same time, the center, these 2 pieces together, that's a triangle there. I'll just mark it with a different color. See this is a triangle. And we have another triangle here. Now, there are a number of triangles. So counting, well, time consuming. So what is the best way to deal with this question? I'll show you that. If you get a question like this, the best way to deal with this question, first of all, count the number of pieces here. If a square or a rectangle is partitioned into a number of pieces, if you need to count the triangles inside, so what you are supposed to do, first of all, count the number of pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count any of these pieces inside. It doesn't mean that you have to count only triangles. You count all the pieces inside. So this is a triangle shape. This is not a triangle shape, but you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a symmetrical shape. So you have 8 here, then 8 must be here as well. 8 and 8, 16 pieces are there altogether. How many diagonals? There are 2 diagonals. So 16 pieces into 2 diagonals. How much is that? 16 into 2? 32. So your answer must be 32. So that's what it is. Got it? All right. So we call it a day. This, you know what, the last part of this questions were really interesting, especially the figure partition and counting. And keep on practicing those kind of questions. I think we had one question on the last paper as well. So figure partition and counting. So sometimes, you never know, sometimes you may get a question from that as well. So be prepared. Well, it's a pleasure working with you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.